You're listening to Season 7 of the award-winning Homemade Matters podcast, brought to you from the West Midlands in the UK.
We're just a regular family of 5 on a home education journey, and we want to share our journey with you and encourage you on yours. So thanks for joining us, and here's this week's episode.
Hi everybody!
Hello!
Welcome to
Homemade Matters,
Season 7,
episode
21.
Wow, already.
My name's Luke.
And my name is Eden.
Thanks for dialing in.
Yes.
Dialing in. Gosh, that's not, we're not on Zoom. Although, it feels a bit like it. Life's on Zoom these days, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Hope you are doing well.
Yes.
The sun is shining. Oh, I can see an actual plane in the sky.
Yeah, I saw that a couple of minutes ago.
I feel like they're a bit of a rarer sight these days.
Yeah, it was good, really.
Yeah, it's good. We've got lots to update you on.
Yes.
We couldn't quite do a recording last weekend because
we had some renderers over.
We've got people working on the house at weekends.
And they were getting all the render off and it was really noisy.
It was very noisy with power tools and dusty.
And they kept on tripping the Wi-Fi.
They kept on tripping the power until I put them on the cooker main. So, yeah. All fun, all good. But thankfully we've got a day where they're not here today.
Yeah.
So we could actually get stuff done, like in the garden. I could mow the lawns.
Yes!
We can go outside the normal way.
Yeah.
So, should we talk about in-person things? Because life is resuming a little bit in some in-person limited capacities.
Yes!
The big one you were excited about
Drama.
going to. So you've done drama online for the last, ages.
Since November.
But you are finally able to meet in person after Easter. So what's the big news?
We know what play we're doing.
Okay. And what is the play? This is the big reveal.
Drum roll, please. Wendy and Peter Pan!
Wendy and Peter Pan. And so how and when are you going to approach doing this play?
So in this play, Wendy is like really dominant.
Yeah.
She's like a warrior a bit more. And we're probably going to be performing it in the new year.
Okay.
And we're going to have costumes and scenery because the theatre is right next to like a college. So the college is going to do all the costumes and scenery for us. And it's a really up-to-date theatre and it can hold 180 people. And this term, we're just going to be exploring the play, and then we have our parts to learn over the school's summer holidays. Obviously, we would start learning again then. And then in the winter term, we will be actually rehearsing it.
Wow, so exciting.
Yes, I'm really excited about it.
That's going to be so good. So.
Yes.
And a little throwaway comment there is, so we tend to finish our school year while the schools are still in their summer term.
Yeah, so that we can go on holiday.
And we take a break while it's still a bit quieter. And then our usual routine is that we start our next academic year when the schools break up for their summer holiday.
Yeah.
And then by the time they go back to school, we're ready for a bit of half term.
Yeah.
So we then
holidays in September.
We often go for a holiday in September.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens this year. So
yes. Oh, but actually, we're going to be finishing on May the 14th.
I know. So that's really exciting. Not far away. So yeah, I think you've just done week 31 or week 32 or something, week 33, something like that.
We haven't got very long left. I think we've only got 2 or 3 weeks.
We try and have a 36-week curriculum. Imagine a 36-year curriculum. Maybe that sounds like on another planet. When their year is, Jupiter's year is like 36 of our years, or something like that, because they're further away from the sun.
Oh, wow.
So drama's really exciting.
Yes.
And so, you can be exploring that play and learning that over the summer holidays.
Yes.
It's been a great outlet for you, hasn't it? The drama, you really enjoy having that creative side of things, don't you?
Yeah, I really like drama.
So speaking of other things, the in-person, you tried a new sport this weekend.
Yesterday.
What was that?
Netball.
So we found a local club.
Yes.
Tell us all about it.
So it was really good, and what should I say about Daddy?
Well, what have you learnt about netball? Because it's fair to say you'd never heard of the sport or played it before.
Yeah. Well, I'd heard of it vaguely because Mummy does netball. So, yeah. The sport is basically like there's 7 players on each team, and then there's like centre, wing attack, wing defence, goal shooter, goal attack. How many have I done?
Goal defence, probably.
Oh yeah, goal. Oh yeah, goal defence. Goal. Yeah. And there's probably another one which I've forgotten.
Okay, and so you play, and what do you do?
So you're throwing a ball, and you can only hold the ball for 3 seconds before throwing it to someone else.
And can you move when you get the ball?
No.
Oh, okay. So that was your first time.
Yeah.
Because you are quite tall for your age, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very tall. When we went to Merry Hill, a couple of weeks ago.
Our local shopping centre.
Yeah. There was this height thing, and I stood up against it, and I was over 13 years old in height.
This is the equivalent things, yeah. So you're tall for your, bearing in mind you're 11.
Yeah.
You're tall for your age. Now that is an advantage, or can be an advantage in netball.
Yeah. So all the netballers are quite tall.
Well, we watched them, didn't we? We watched a match.
A bit of a match.
A bit of a match, and one of the netballers was 6'5". It's really tall.
Yeah, it's like taller than you.
Yeah, I know, 5 inches taller than me.
Whoa.
So, how did you enjoy it?
I found it really good because first we did drills. I think they're called drills. Yeah. And then we played a match against another team our age there. And I was goal shooter first. And on my first try, I scored a goal.
Well, that's very satisfying.
Yeah. On my second try, I didn't. And then I moved to centre. And I liked being in centre because it means you can move around the whole court. Because it's a bit annoying when you're a goal shooter. And
Are you restricted to a certain third of the court?
Yeah, but whereas when you're in centre, you can go almost all the places.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good to know, isn't it?
Yes.
So you're going to go back?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Well, I think we might go and, next time we go to Decathlon, we'll maybe pick up a netball.
Yes!
And then you can do drills at home, you can practice.
Yeah, because, I know quite a few of them now, of what to do. It was a really confusing one, though, that was supposed to, we had to do it with 8 players, but we only had 6, so we had to keep on moving around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, real in-person things. And now that the weather's better, we took your BMXs. You've had been doing them around the garden, haven't we, But where did you take them this week?
To a BMX track.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, nearby.
I think it's in Kidderminster.
How did it feel to be on a proper BMX track? So it was I think they're called pump tracks, aren't they? The ones with all the ups and downs.
Yeah, it was really fun, and it took a bit of a while to work up to it all. But yeah, it was really good.
Nice to just. Did you do the standing up riding?
Yeah, I did. I did standing up, and there was a big field right next to it, and it was like. It was really good for cycling on as well because it was quite short grass.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Not lumpy.
So, lots of good outdoor exercise-inducing things. Speaking of going outdoors, we are big fans of various subscription boxes. We're not sponsored in any way, but one of them that Asha does is Mud and Bloom, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And we know from our Instagram feed that many of you also get Mud and Bloom subscription boxes.
Yeah.
And one of their activities this time round was to go searching for something. So what did we go and search for?
Wild garlic.
We went and searched for wild garlic, and we knew that there was some in a little brook, by a little brook near us. So we did a recording, all of us, when we went out foraging the other day. And here's that recording.
Beautiful. Is that a bit of China? Oh no, I think it's plastic.
Now,
It's still beautiful.
What a sunny morning.
It's gorgeous.
It's a sunny morning, and
We're at the dingle, and it's so beautiful because we've only ever seen it like when it's dead in the winter, and now it's all beautiful and green.
so we're walking along a local brook. And what have we been on the search for?
What's that, Ash? I don't know. I think it's marble.
It's a marble, yeah.
Yeah, put it back.
Leave it, or pop it in a litter. We're doing some litter picking, and then what else have we been hunting for? What can we smell?
Wild garlic.
Yeah, there's so much wild garlic.
It's beautiful. It
Pretty
honestly
amazing. Are
is.
you having a nice time, Ash?
Yeah.
We might need to give that a clean when we get back,
Yeah.
shall we? You having a nice time too, Belle?
Yeah.
And look, here's some leaky dams for flood prevention.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
let's keep meandering.
beautiful.
Not too muddy, is it?
So lovely. Look at this.
Now, we did have a bit of a mishap on the way back. Because
Yeah,
it was
so-
very muddy.
Well, it wasn't muddy where it was, but me and Asher explored a bit more up the river, and Asher got stuck in the mud because
But-
he was only wearing his natives.
Yeah, which are a type of shoe.
They're a bit like flip-flops.
So
They're just
you
slip on,
thankfully
slip off.
were able to pull him out, and we didn't lose any shoes.
Yeah.
But it was touch and go.
Yeah, it was like, that happened and then we had to go.
So then we were just on our way back anyway. What did we make with the wild garlic?
We made some wild garlic scones.
So that was
Not
really
scones.
good. Scones. I call them scones as well.
Yeah.
There's a debate. I think it seems a bit much to call them scones, and I am from the south, so I think I prefer to call them scones. And all
Doesn't
three
matter
of
where
you.
you're from.
Well, that's why there's some changes, regional differences in pronunciation. Often tend to be most pronounced between north and south.
It's definitely scones.
So you made cheese and wild garlic and cheese scones, and all three of you made them, didn't you?
Yeah,
Which
so
was really good.
Mirabelle grated the cheese. I mixed all the ingredients together and chopped some of the wild garlic. Ashley chopped a bit of the wild garlic and mixed all the ingredients.
Mixed it all up, yeah, and then we baked them in the oven.
It was actually really yummy beforehand.
It was really yummy when we ate it, and in fact, it was so yummy we did a recording there too. So here's that. Right.
Hello. Hi.
Now we've been doing some baking, and where was the recipe from?
Mud and Bloom.
Yeah,
Blood and Bloom, which is our subscription box. And what special ingredient have we used in our baking?
Wild garlic.
Wild garlic. And what have we made with our wild garlic? Cheese and wild garlic.
Scones.
Yeah.
And with our special bake-off expertise from watching that, what's the verdict on the scones?
They're very good and they have
they've
a
got a
lovely
good
bounce.
And do they taste okay?
Yeah.
How would you
They're so
score them,
nice.
Asha?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. How about you,
Yeah,
Eden?
they're so yummy.
Yeah.
What score would you give it, Mirabelle?
1 out of 1.
1 out of 1, like the number one
Yeah.
things. Well, they are very tasty,
Yeah.
and we made them for our lunch.
Yeah.
We should definitely do that again.
Yeah.
Right,
Definitely.
bye everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Definitely a recipe we should do again, don't you think?
Yeah, it was really nice. And
So-
yeah.
I have put some wild garlic, not so wild. I've tamed some garlic, and I've put it in our orchard. So maybe next year it will be
Yeah.
strong and spread.
Yes.
Right, well, we could take a short break, and we'll be back very shortly.
You're listening to the Home in Matters podcast.
Right, we're back.
We are
I
back.
did actually have a slurp of tea this time around.
Yeah, you paused it. Sometimes it's just like we pause for a second and it's like...
It's the magic of editing. Now, one of the other subscription boxes that we enjoy is Foodini.
Oh, I was going to say my snack surprise.
Your snack surprise is good, but Foodini I don't think we talked about. So what do we get when they send us with Foodini?
So we get like a science experiment, some kitchen skills, a drink, a savoury recipe. I'm trying to remember off the
These
top
are
of my
so they're
head.
cards, aren't they?
A
Like
sweet recipe.
they're like inserts that you put into a folder.
Yeah.
And they don't send you all the ingredients, do they? They send you a couple of the unusual ones.
Yeah, like ones that you can't really get in the shops, like turmeric spice.
Yeah, just some different ones. So
Yeah.
we've only recently started Foodini,
Yeah.
as I said,
We
no
only got 2
sponsorship
boxes.
involved, but we've been really interesting things to do, haven't they? So what were some of what's the experiment we're doing at the moment? We've got something on the kitchen table, the dining room table.
So this has been around quite a lot, but it's where you grow, like a new thing from an old thing. But everywhere else, you only grow like this tiny little shoot. But on Foodini, when you put something in the water and then it starts sprouting again,
Yeah.
like a cabbage. Once it started sprouting again, you then put it into a pot and you can grow the whole plant again.
Wow. So what have we got floating?
A cabbage.
Is it cabbage or a lettuce?
Dunno.
It's a lettuce.
Rosons. Dunno. So yeah, it started sprouting again.
And we've done some other really interesting things. So we tried banana skin bacon.
Yeah, which was quite nice.
It was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
like,
interesting.
It didn't work quite as well because we didn't use the more sweet banana skins. We used green ones.
they weren't as ripe. I think it would work better with riper banana skins, so that's worth looking up. That was interesting. You made some kind of smoothie What was the yummy drink that you've all been having?
Oh, it's mango syrup, Daddy.
Mango syrup.
Yeah, it's really nice mango pit syrup.
So
So
this
use
was
the mango skins.
yeah. Well, so in fact, the theme of the latest box was all about food waste and making things out of things that might be otherwise wasteful. I mean, we compost all of our things,
So
all of
we
our
don't
spare
food
stuff.
waste.
We don't, but that's a good use of it. Mirabelle and Mummy do soup Saturdays, don't they? They
Yeah,
love
they
making
do.
soup together
It's
at the
quite-
weekends.
Yeah.
And their favourite soup was a Foodini recipe. Can you remember what it's called? Stork soup, yeah, and it's the broccoli stalks and cauliflower stalks, and it is
Yeah.
actually super tasty.
Well, I haven't tried it, so
So
I'll
we
take
would
your
recommend
word
that
for
you
it.
try some of those. They were pretty good.
Yep.
What else have we been doing recently?
Can I talk about my snack surprise?
You can talk about your snack surprise.
So I get my snack surprise every month, and this month's one has arrived. And
This was a birthday present, wasn't it?
yeah, it was. So I get a new one each month, and it's got loads of sweets, and usually, mostly it's sweet things, and then one savoury thing. And it's really yummy. And this month's one is Portugal.
Yeah, it's next to
And-
Spain.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's a new fact for you. Portugal is next to Spain. And it's really nice, and they've got tomato flavoured crisps in it.
Yeah, sounds so nice.
Yeah.
You're more of a sweet person than a savoury person, aren't you?
Yeah, though I've been liking some of the savoury stuff.
Good to try new things.
There was these pizza cubes that were nice, and then there was these barbecue crisps that I didn't think I'd like, but I actually really liked them.
That does sound good.
Yummy.
We mentioned last time we've been doing the Twinkle Home Educator Round the World Artists Challenge. Mm-hmm. So the last couple of weeks, who are the artists that we've done?
John Constable, I
Okay.
think, and Helen Frankenflaller.
Hard to say.
Yeah, Helen Frankenflaller.
So what are their distinctive characteristics of their artwork?
So John Constable, he did outdoor scenes, and so we did flowers in our orchard, and I did my flip flops in mine.
Yeah, okay. So you did
Yeah.
still life, like a scene.
Yeah, and then Helen Frankenflaller, it was all about mixing colours. So I did 5 pictures. I loved it so much, but I could only submit one.
And what medium did you use? What type of artwork? What type of things did you use to make it?
So Helen Frankenfaller's, we used the watercolours.
Okay.
And then the colours kind of merged together, and it was really fun.
Okay.
And then John Constable, we used pencils.
So you just did pencil drawings. Okay,
Yeah.
great. And were they on the special virtual art gallery?
Yeah, they were indeed. So if you watch the art gallery and you see a picture with lots of flowers and a pair of flip-flops, that's my picture.
That's so good. That's so good. And how are our tadpoles doing?
They're doing good. Yeah, they haven't grown legs yet, which is weird, because they've we've had them for a long time now, but they've been eating lots of cabbage. So
That's good. Yeah, and some of the ones in the outdoor ponds are doing great too.
yeah, and actually, yesterday, we were trying to find the frog in our pond, Croak, because he lives in there. And Daddy was moving the stones around to see if we could get him to come up, and he didn't come up. But then Mirabelle did some really unrealistic frog frogging.
She said she
and he
was going to
came
say
up.
she was going to call him using frog language, and she did a great big ribbit,
Yeah,
and he appeared. Yes, I know it was so great. She obviously, to us it didn't sound very authentic, but to a frog it clearly sounded quite authentic. So that was
quite
really
funny,
good. It's
really.
very satisfying. Yeah, our pond's a bit red at the moment. It's either rust or I did look it up. It could be the tannins from the leaves that fell into it. So I don't think it's anything to worry about.
Yeah,
So
so the frog's probably loving it.
yeah, no big problem at all.
Yeah.
Right, well, as we come into a close, should we talk about... We've been reading loads of interesting books. I mean, we follow a mix of the Ambleside book list and various other ones as well.
Yeah.
We finished a book together, you and I, this
Yeah.
week.
Bone Talk.
And so what country is that set in?
Philippines.
The Philippines?
Philippines,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Because
what
you said-
era?
When they were being took over by the Americans.
Yeah, 1899. And what was interesting about the book in terms of whose perspective it was from?
It was from the Bontocs' point of view.
It's from the perspective of the indigenous peoples. And the author was saying that most of the books of the history of that time in Philippines Who were they written by?
The Americans,
Yeah, they're
because
written from a
history is
different-
usually written by the conquerors.
So that was quite interesting.
Like in the Roman times, where the Romans said that Boudica was so scared of the Romans that she poisoned herself.
Yeah, that wasn't quite true, was it?
No.
And then one of your free reads was Gaslight. So what's that all about?
So that was about the Victorian era, and this girl's trying to find her mom. And it was a tiny bit confusing to read because it's from like the girl's point of view, but it was a very good book.
Okay.
It didn't take me very long.
Yeah, both of them. I mean, many of the books we've been reading have been around the Victorian time because that's what we've been looking at.
Yes.
But I don't think My Name is River was one of them. That was...
No, that was on our Amazon project.
We were doing a project on the Amazon River.
Which we didn't plan.
Yeah, well, that's the flexibility of it all. So it's nice to have a mix of both. So what's My Name is River about?
It's about this boy who goes to the Amazon trying to save his farm, basically.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mix, that was a family read aloud. My Name is River.
Yes.
And then Gaslight you read on your own, and then Bone Talk we read together as well in the evening. So,
Yeah.
we're a real mix. As you will know if you're a regular listener, we have a very literature-based curriculum.
Yeah,
so.
I love books. I don't know what I would do without books. Can you imagine a world without books? It would be terrible.
I know. Well, I think that's probably all for this episode. So we might only have a couple more left of this term, and then we might...
Are we going to take a break, Daddy?
Well, we might just change the pace. We'll see. Why don't you let us know?
Yeah.
Should we take a break between seasons, or should we keep going?
Yeah, there's probably going to be loads of stuff to talk about anyway.
There's always loads of stuff to talk about, because we'll probably be getting out and about a bit more.
Yeah.
So there we are, a bit of a taster for you. Meanwhile, stay safe. Hope you're doing well. Hope you, wherever you are starting to make the most of lockdowns easing.
And the glorious summery weather.
If you're in the UK, if you're in other parts of the world,
Do we have listeners from the other parts of the world?
We'd love to know. Where
Please
are you listening
tell
from?
us.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. I know we have listeners as far afield as Cornwall and Cheshire because you've been in touch in the past. But all the details are coming up, and we'll see you in a few weeks' time.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Homemade Matters podcast. We love hearing from you, so email us to homemadematters@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Homemade Matters, and visit our website at www.homemadematters.co.uk. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a review wherever you listen, like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher or Spotify. Thanks for joining us and enjoy your homemade journey this week.
They say absence makes the heart grow fond. Well, I've grown quite fond of you. Some people may think you're strange, but I think I'm strange too. It's raining outside, and it's raining inside too. I wanna go home, a place where I'm known, and where I know you. Walk familiar